I'm going to speak a little louder. Hopefully it doesn't sound weird. I'll turn on my air conditioner so I don't have to open the windows, I guess. I'm going to record a podcast or a video cast here for the old YouTube channel. On my way to wrestling school. This is the pre-show. As you can see, no Grizzly Joe Grasso with me, no Grizzly Duncan McBain. Sadly, or good for you guys, you don't have to see him. There we go. A little break in traffic here. Let's hope that this jerry rig thing holds up. All right, there we go. Okay, so he's not gonna be on this one. So if you don't like hearing just from me, then watch the next one. But you probably like hearing from me better, so should probably listen to this one. All right, let's make this happen. Let's see here. Washington, Baltimore, or... Oh, gosh. Okay. Alright. Sorry, just trying to get my bearings. Trying to get myself in order here. Let's get some water to wet the whistle, and then we will go. This might be a shortened one. I tried to do this a little later, but... Alright, obviously I made a wrong turn here. Mother lover. Oh no, no, I'm there. Okay, good. Alright. Good evening, greenhorns, and welcome to the Road to Wrestling School, the HOV to the HOP. HOP standing for the House of Pain Superior Pro Wrestling Training Academy in beautiful downtown Hagerstown, Maryland. You are watching #Hamish Stewart. Beside me is no one. Grizz couldn't be with me today because he is in the midst of potentially buying a new home. Actually buying a home, becoming a landowner in the state of Maryland. So good for him. Great for you because now you get to listen to me and not him. I am literally on my way to wrestling school. And you are going to listen in on the monologue. So I'm going to kick this off with, I thought, and if you have the video pre-show, you're going to know that I thought I was going the right way, and now I'm apparently not going the right way. But yeah, so I thought I was going the right way. I might be a little lost, so I might be a few minutes late to training tonight, but that's all right. My tag team partner, Grizz, is not with me, so... He's normally the one that keeps me on time. Oh my God, is this the way? How the heck? Where do you go to get to 70? This is like the worst. All right, where the heck am I? Where did I take a wrong turn? Like I literally go the same way every time, and finally, one time I'm not with Grizz, I take an alternate way thinking I'll save some time, and negative on that. Okay, so regardless of that, yeah. So let me open up with, had a good week of training, but I got this weird pain in my neck right here. If you were in the car with me, you would smell this, but I have a muscle relieving gel. Today's video podcast is sponsored by Salus Muscle Relief Gel, Extra Strength Roll-On Formula with Arnica, capsaicin, organic aloe, menthol, and pure essential oils. This burns like the dickens when I put it on. Who knows if it really is like gonna deep down relief, but you know, I swear on all things holy, I'm obviously in the wrong going the wrong direction here. Okay, alright, well, signs saying 1 mile, I'm going to hit 70 west, so here to that. Yeah, so my neck is killing me, and it's weird It doesn't happen when I wrestle. Feel fine. Bumping and humping, bumping and slumping around, doing everything I can. But sorry, I'm getting a little hung up here. I'm just trying to make sure I don't make the wrong turn here. Keep left. All right. Right. But it happens when I lift. So it's driving me crazy. Because if you listen or watch the podcast, you will know I live to lift weights. I have most recently in the last 5 years become very health conscious, and I am really trying to sculpt a physique here that I can use on YouTube and other places to generate some money. That sounds really bad, by the way. But anyway, yeah. So, and I'm very proud of it. So, I've been upping weights, doing good in the gym, leveling up, doing everything I need to do. And just last week, man, I lifted. I forget what it was. I don't know when it happened, but I was lifting, and all of a sudden, right here in the right at the base of the spine, where the spine and neck meet, boom! It was like this knot, stuck in there. Ow, did it hurt? But it it was like grabbed together. It was like a tightening of something. But it wasn't like I was doing back or anything. It's just when I'm pushing, and it's when I tense up the muscles back there, I can feel it, and it makes me want to throw up. It hurts so bad. It just hurts. But it's gone after, so I'll rep out whatever my reps are, whatever I'm doing. Boom, 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 boom. I stop. Boom! It flames up, and then, it calms back down. After the initial the flare up, it then feels fine. Not fine, it still hurts, and it's still tender, but I have to be careful with it. So that sucks. So I said, all right, well, let me just weight down. I'll do more volume of reps, less weight. So now that's what I'm doing. And I've been doing it for the past 3 or 4 workout sessions, which sucks, which I hate to do, because my program ends the beginning of April, and I wanted to test my limits, so now I'm back on high. Now I'm just, going easier on high rep stuff. Part of me wants to take a bit of a break, let this thing work its way out, or do something else, entirely switch up to cardio, do something. I don't know, man, but it's really making me upset. I got a headache all day long from this thing, especially after I work out. I then have a headache for the rest of the day, and I have one now, and it's not hard, it's not bad, it's just low thud, just low pulsing thud right there. So, the worst. Anyway, other than that, had a pretty good weigh-in. Ate my face off on Sunday with the Trey's Late Shake cake. For those of you who listen to the last episode, or maybe one of the last episodes, one of my top 3 desserts is the Trey's Late Shake. So when Trey's Late Shake was made for the party I went to, boy, I ate a legitimate quarter to maybe a third of that cake, I'm guessing. It's pretty epic. Pretty great. I actually didn't eat all day. The calories that I would have eaten in one meal were split through 3 meals so that I could gorge at 3 o'clock. And boy, howdy did I. I let that cake have it. I also had some Pop-Tarts that I handmade, which were, I'll be honest, they were pretty crappy. They were gluten-free Pop-Tarts, so this was kind of like a black belt test for bakers. Make a gluten-free Pop-Tart. It was all right. Wasn't the best. You could eat it. The crust was all right, crumbled weird. Next time I do it, I'll make them better. I will. Anyway, that's not why you listen to this podcast. Listen to me talk about the pain in my neck and how my baking didn't turn out. You tune into this podcast to listen to wrestling. So, I'm going to give you a double dose of that. This weekend first, I just want to put some plugs in, is that we are doing the NWL season kickoff show April 1st, Martinsburg Arena at the Warehouse. The Grimy Scots versus who knows. The main event match will be Lance Anawahi versus Cocky Rocky DeCola. In Cocky Rocky's corner will be the man, the myth, our trainer, John Rambo. And in Lance Anawahi's corner will be head shrinker Samu of WWE, WWF fame. So we'll see how that works out. Those two vets will be managing their two young studs. And the winner of that match will go up in a three-way versus the Patriot and and the Jersey Devil next in May. So big stakes up there. If you listen and if you're in the area, these are the shows to go to. These are going to be some pretty badass local shows. This is where indie wrestling comes alive. So come out and see them. Let's talk about some other matches that'll be on that card. R.L. Smith, the certified superstar, will be going up against Robbie Paige. Both guys we've mentioned on the show, we've had on the show before. This will be, and I'm not kidding you, a contender already, without even sight unseen, match of the night contention in this match. I'm calling it right now that it'll be the match that I watch from either Gorilla or I try to sneak out and watch in the back of the crowd. If I can. I'm going to watch the whole card, but I'm super excited about this match. The Grimy Scots will be versing so far on the card, will be the new Settlers from CWXWC4, whatever. If Grizz was here, he'd get it right, but I don't know. Samu's Federation up in PA. So we're totally excited to take on those guys. No idea if we're going to be face or heel. I'm assuming we're going to be heel, but our manager who's supposed to be with us might not be able to make it, so who knows? This match kind of up in the air. Don't know how it's going to go. I would think that if you're bringing dudes in, you'd make the local guys faces, but I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I'm thinking we're going to be heel, which is good, because I kind of like being heel. I like busting people up. Anywhoozle. So, right. So, there'll probably be a Battle Royal in there as well, which will be badass. I'm going to go in there. You know my rule. First out or I go over. I don't think I'm going to be able to live up to that. I've been in Battle Royals since being certified, and it's kind of a thing for us certified guys to stay in a little bit longer. Yeah, because you don't want some greenhorns in there like, last three, it's you, some other dude, and a greenhorn. You're like, oh, crud. But regardless of that, probably staying a little longer. I got a few sweet spots for some Battle Royals if I can get it to work. We'll see. But I don't know. Those things are meat grinders anyway, so we'll see how it goes. Right. So let's talk a little bit of pro wrestling in terms of training. Here's what I want to give you, greenhorns, a little double shot of, is first, the idea of when a show's call time is. I will be the first to admit I was a little, let's say, grouchy about the call time for this show. Bell time, I don't think, is until 7:30. Ring shows up at 3 o'clock. As a member of the team, unless you have work, unless you have something that's going on, you should be there when the ring is there so that you can help set up the ring. And so that's what I'm going to do. I said, oh, great, I'll be able to leave at 4 o'clock. I'll get there at 5. We'll, help out, set up then, boom, boom. Nope, ring's showing up at 3, so guess what? you get your ass there at 2:45 to make sure you're there bright and early for the ring, for whatever. Because who knows what could happen. You know, somebody might have to go make a run to get supplies for the ring. Might have to run and get XYZ. Who knows? You never know what could happen. Also, it's a sign of respect to the organization you work for, especially if this is an organization that we are a part of in terms from the grassroots, from the ground up. It's not like we're being asked to come in to this organization. That's a different story. If you're asked to be, you know, if you're booked for a show and you're not a part of the guys that are, you know, putting this thing together, a part of the school that's doing this, then okay, you come in the call time when they call you, probably 5 o'clock for a 7 o'clock show, whatever. You get the idea. But if this is your home turf, if this is your home school, you be there when you can to help out. Looks good for you. It also helps out the organization. And you stay afterwards to break that ring down. Again, unless you have a real rightful emergency. Or something that's going on. Oh, I got to work afterwards. Oh, my wife has got something I got to go take care of. I got a kid. I got to get him. So my babysitter runs out. That kind of thing. It's part of paying your dues. I wasn't extremely thrilled to know that 2:45 is the time to be there, because that means I got to jam out of my house at like 1 o'clock. And Saturday is one of the only days. Saturday and Sunday are one of the only days I get to spend real quality time with my family, whom I love dearly. So, but regardless of that, you got to do what you got to do. So I'm going to be there, set things up. Hopefully I catch a little training session after I set it up. I'll, of course, pack my lunch, pack the rest of my meals so that I can stick to my meal plan. Because you don't want fat creeping into your goddamn nutrition. There's no excuses. You're an adult. Be an adult. Think of adult things. All right? So you're an adult. You know you're going to be there at 1 o'clock. You know you got to leave at 1 o'clock. Don't just show up with nothing. Or like, you know, oh, I just bought a sandwich at the Sheets. Oh, that'll hold me over till 10 when the show's over. No, it's not. Get yourself, use the brain, use the computer that God put you on the planet with, and think ahead. Buy 2 sandwiches, or I don't care what you do. For me, I'm going to pack smart food, healthy food, and clean food. And then I'll get a little sugar thing right before my match, jack myself all up, and then whoever's in the ring with me better watch the F out, because I'm coming for you. I'm not messing around. That's the thing that really has been key for me recently, is just come at people with the intensity and ferocity that you better come at them with. And I'm ready for it. I've been past few times in the ring, been extremely happy about that. Now some of the tag stuff has been hit or miss. That's, you know, we're still working those things out, and it's just going to be that thing. Tag is a different animal every time. You've got to, those moves you got to practice with your partner. Those are those double team moves you do, the way that you get into your finish. Those things got to be practiced with your partner. You know, like when you're a singles guy, you can practice that stuff at home against the invisible wrestler all day long if you want to. But when you're tag, you know, okay, I've always got to be on the left side here, so if I deliver that punch, then Grizz is going to come with that knee. I got to be out of his way. You just got to do it. So it's tough. And with Grizz being off for a few weeks, then with the baby, it's been kind of, you know, staggered stutter step to get in it. But we got it. We're getting it down. Regardless of that, come with that ferocity, come with that intensity. That's what sells it. I've been blessed to be wrestling against people who have been very good, very top level, really great guys. Every match that I've been in, everything that's been videoed has been, in my estimation, pretty good, because the guys that I'm working with. And remember, it's a partnership, so don't think you're burying your partner and going, oh, you know what, I'm the best in the world. No. It's both of you. If one of you stinks, the whole thing stinks. So both of you elevate yourself and elevate the show. remember, keep that show in mind. You don't just go out there and do 20 Hurricane Ranas and then that's the end of it. Whatever. You get the idea. The second thing that I want to do, I'm pulling off into Hagerstown right now, but what I want to do is try to say something about ring attire and setting yourself apart. So, in federations or leagues or wrestling places that you could get into, look good. Have your gear look good. If you got pro gear, or if you can get pro gear, get it. Get colors that people don't normally wear. All right? Those things it's not hard. You know, everybody, you know, don't break yourself in and, you know, I'm going to wear the black trunks and the white wife beater t-shirt, or I'm going to wear these cut-off jeans and that. No, don't do, unless you got a really, really tight gimmick, then no, don't do that. If you got a really tight body, you got a really good-looking body, then wear the trunks. You know, wear the trunks or wear those bike shorts. You get them pro, though. Get something on there. Got to give a big shout-out to Tommy Seto. He's done a lot of road work for his body, he's getting himself in shape, looking really good, looking really, you know, put together. Good cruiserweight look. He got himself a pair of pro trunks, and on them, they got his name around them. Oh, my God. It doesn't take much. And they're pink. Who wears pink? Heels wear pink. Heels wear pink. Not faces. I don't know why. You could write so many papers about why things work or don't work in pro wrestling. Why heels wear pink and faces don't wear pink, unless you're in the ladies division. Even in the ladies division, I don't know, man. They just don't. Faces don't wear pink. Regardless of that, yeah. So set yourself apart. Get that good looking gear. Get something on your boots if you can. That's what's going to set you apart, and that's what's going to make people want to see you, want to pop and watch that, want to look at you. You want people's eyeballs watching you. You don't want them watching their goddamn iPhone. You don't want them to look up when the two people who are actually watching go, oh, well, that was pretty neat. It came out of a hammerlock into a drop toe hold. Those are all right. No, you want them watching the whole time. You want to tell a good story, but you also want to give them those things to look at. So, you know, vary that move set. Keep with the pace of the match and what the match should be, the overall arc of the match, and then give them something nice to look at. If you don't have a good physique, pick something that works with you and own it. Don't come in as a big guy and try to move like a cruiserweight, unless you can, unless you're like that Bam Bam Bigelow kind of guy, unless you're Tremor up here, another great guy who wrestles in the NWL. Tremor and Flandingo Martinez, two big guys who move and can move like they're cruiserweights and pull it off. If you can't do it, it's okay. Play to your strengths. You work with the guy who's with you or the girl who's with you to play to your strengths. If you're a big guy, I wrestled a big guy 2 weeks ago. I'm not going to pick you up. Now look, I can put a lot of weight over my head. I'm not going to put myself over. Grizz put himself over. He'd do it in a heartbeat. I'm not. Because I am modest. Hashtag modesty. Regardless of that, I can put a lot of weight over my head. I can pick up a lot of weight. I dead a lot of weight. I deadlift a lot of weight. I certainly can. I do a good form too. But it looks better if a guy who's 2 or 3 inches taller than me and a little broader shoulders than me, if he gives me a big shoulder tackle and knocks me down, I'm not picking this guy up. I'm not going to pick him up. I'm going to take him to the mat, ground him out. And in reality, I'm going to take a lot of people to the mat because that's kind of the guy I am. So I'm just going to do some real shitty stuff to you and get you to the mat. Regardless of that, I'm pulling up to the beautiful downtown Hagerstown area and the House of Pain Training Center. I'm going to sign off now. Remember, rate, review, subscribe to this podcast and this Facebook page and the YouTube channel. that's what helps us keep doing this. That's what helps keep putting this stuff out. As we learn more, as everybody learns more, we'll keep doing these things. We're going to try to start putting a few. My God. I need a camera to show you the people of Hagerstown. It's almost an offshoot of the people of Walmart, but maybe they're the same people. They probably are. Regardless of that, rate, review, subscribe. Please find us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Road Wrestling School /neck balm. I don't know. Tell your friends about us, how we get it around. If you guys know any sponsors that are looking for sponsorship, that want people who have a growing podcast and growing YouTube channel, hit us up. We want to keep doing this. Oh, we're going to give a shout out to our Patreon sponsor. Woo! I can't remember her name. If Chris was here, God, that would be helpful. He's the guy who reminds me of this. There's like literally 4 cars here. You mother lovers. All right. I'm going in and wreaking some havoc at the House of Pain. And I will see you down the road and in the ring. All right. That's a pretty good podcast. You're welcome. It's all jacked up. Look at this. So I put tape on my window to tape my phone up. This is why we need a sponsor. This is why we need sponsors. Please. I don't want to keep taping my phone up to the thing.